Three. I have to find the best claymore and snare.
Gotcha! Illusion shattered! Nice and spicy! Quietly now.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever. The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory. Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever. All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging. The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory. Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever. All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
Wait, that's a familiar face. Isn't that Viswava?
Why, if it isn't the Traveler. Knew there'd be some big names here.
Let's get the official business over with first. Unfortunately, you're the first seller at the expo to receive a complaint. We've received word that the muskets you're selling are a few shots away from turning into scrap.
Well, yeah. It's written here plain as day. Muskets for sale. Condition extremely poor. The internal grooves have been worn away and the ammo might be damp. Best practice is to pray that it doesn't explode before each use.
Wait, so you weren't speaking in code to cover your tracks? Code? Yeah. Sometimes people bring stuff that needs to be kept on the down low, so they dress it up as junk beforehand. Happens on the black market all the time.
You're overthinking things here. This stuff really is junk. We were just gonna scrap them, but my superiors thought we might as well try and make some more off of them. And who knows? If the prayers are answered and the gun ends up firing a few times, the buyer hasn't totally wasted their money, have they?
Guess not.
I mean, a weapon on the brink of ruin that's still capable of considerable firepower. Doesn't that just scream black market to you?
Yeah, but who would buy something like this? Maybe collectors who don't care if it works, and desperados who don't care if it explodes. Fair enough. Oh, Blintz and Igwa! Fancy seeing you here!
Ah, Traveler. Paimon. How do you do?
That's our secondary goal. To put it in Mr. Flintz's words, it's important for Lightkeepers to spend some time in the land of the living every once in a while.
That sounds like something he'd say, yeah. Are you interested in these muskets? Since we're friends, Paimon will let you in on some insider info. This officer here is basically selling scrap.
Oh, I'm well aware. The sign makes that quite clear.
True.
I'm interested in this particular piece because it brings to mind a picture I once saw. It featured several Ratniki and a Fatui officer who fought alongside them. The weapon that the latter used was identical to this one.
The Fatui teamed up with the Lightkeepers?
That's not unusual. I've heard similar stories from our older members. The owner of this musket must have been a hero who stood against the Wild Hunt as well. But why would you sell a hero's firearm?
That's just how the rules work on our end. Everyone agreed to it. Whether it's a no-name sergeant like me or a renowned hero, our equipment is to be collected and redistributed once we're dust on the wind. The stuff that's usable is given to new recruits, and the scrap is sold for whatever price it can still fetch. That way, we can at least put it towards feeding the grunts, you know? Better than following them to the grave.
Huh. I think I'm going to buy this musket, Mr. Flintz. Could you tell me a few more stories about it when you get the chance?
Of course.
Welcome to the Treasure Hoarder booth.
The treasure hoarders have a booth? Yep, every year. This is the largest legal black market in all of Tevat. The stuff they dig up is perfect for a place like this.
But can one person really represent their entire organization?
No way. Treasure Hoarder is just a catch-all title. Their internal structure is crazy complicated. The thing is, the members who'd apply to set up the exhibits used to give themselves ever more highfalutin titles. You know, to boost buyer confidence. Over time, it became an unwritten rule that each expo can only have one treasure hoarder booth. The different factions usually duke it out beforehand for the right to take part.
To be honest, I see myself as a member of the Fruity Order first, and a treasure hoarder second. Of course it does. The Fruity Order is known far and wide for its heroic deeds.
The Fruity Order's a familiar name around here, at least. They've been winning the Treasure Hoarder Expo rights for a few years now. Although, this guy is a new face. Ahem. So what's the situation in need of mediation?
This person's been glaring daggers at me from behind since she arrived. Hey you! I'm a member of the Fruity Order, you hear?
What a coincidence. So am I.
Wait, really? I first encountered the humor and intelligence of trendy Zaytun Peach in the New Tide anthology. Then I heard the legend of intrepid Valberry while I was in the Fortress of Meripede. The more I heard about your order, the more it drew me in. I've been searching for so long, but I was never able to find an actual member. So when I heard that the Nodcry Trade Expo was being held again, I applied under your name. And now, I finally get to meet you.
It's those idiots. Stirring up trouble again, huh?
So what I'm getting is that this guy's an imposter?
Our orders won the expo rights several years in a row, so we announced that we were backing out of the running this year to avoid conflict. Then, this guy had to come along. A few of the other groups were looking to duke it out, so imagine their anger when someone claiming to be one of ours snatched the expo rights again.
Well, no one's made any trouble for me. Wait, does that mean you've taken them all out already? Man, I knew it! The Fruity Order's as good as they say. Can I join?
We can't make trouble at the expo. Voynich Guild rules. Once it's all over, meet me at the harbor in Nasha Town.
I see. All right, I'll be there.
Does he not realize what's going on here?
Also, considering our smooth collaborations thus far, a word of advice for the guild. This guy has only been able to keep his head in his booth because the Fruity Order took care of any rival factions. But if there's one thing the treasure hoarders have in spades, it's sore losers. Since our order has proven untouchable so far, they're sure to find easier targets to vent their frustration on. So look after those kids.
Huh. So this guy has been responsible for more than one conflict so far.
What do you think?
Not bad. Tastes just like back in Mondstadt.
Varka? You're here for the expo too?
Oh, hey, traveler, Paimon. I was only planning to take a look around. Wasn't expecting this pleasant surprise. Out in this part of the world, even a homegrown Mondstadt apple is a rare treat.
Yes, and on that note, I should advise you that the prices are quite different from what you'll be used to back home.
Not a problem. It's a price worth paying for a taste of home. I'll take the whole batch and send someone to collect them later.
The whole batch? Huh. Looks like you've already made your money back, huh, Lieben? Oh, and Varka, since you're looking for a taste of home, have you tried the Mondstadt wine next door? Apparently, he uses special connections to keep the import costs down.
Yeah, I've tried it. It's pretty good, but not Mondstadt wine good. Besides, I wouldn't be able to buy any even if it was. We can't have the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius going around supporting smugglers, can we?
Oh, that's true. You're not gonna reprimand him though, are you?
Don't worry, I know it's Nefer's rules here. Not out to make life difficult for you. If you find yourself at a loose end, come visit our base sometime. I'm gonna get the Knights to make some cider out of these apples.
Oh, you're as generous as they say, Grandmaster.
Looks like you finally made some real profit.
Hey, don't make me sound so incompetent. Though I'll admit, I wasn't expecting to make my money back quite so quickly. Now I can start thinking seriously about my next venture. I'm planning on heading to Snezhnegrad, actually. I hear they're running low on lots of supplies because of Project Stuja. That's a business opportunity if I've ever seen one. With any luck, maybe I'll have the pleasure of seeing you there.
Well, good luck out there. Hope you strike it rich.
This exhibitor's demands are ridiculous.
What's wrong?
This exhibitor is apparently selling some rare Natlanese artifacts. And he's making some extremely unrealistic demands about how he wants them stored. I know the contract says that we're responsible for storage, but I'm sorry. It's unreasonable to expect us to meet these requirements.
Unreasonable? These are rare and very fragile historical relics we're talking about. You can't just throw them into a warehouse, okay? They have to be handled with care. Tumaini?
Yep, that's Tumaini, all right. So, what exactly do you need?
Well, I suppose I can use the assigned warehouse if I really have to. Just don't tell Granny Eatsley about this, please.
Whatever Tumaini means, it seems like it carries even more weight than name-dropping Boss Neff.
Ready, partner?
You've got this, partner!
I've activated a backup energy source for you. Keep at it!